So, this is what I'm talking about. So, like I said, I believe this is my renal well, which looks like, I don't know if they went and put, I think they went and just put another piece of carpet over here, so probably it's not the most difficult one to get out of here, but again, it's not going to be the most easiest. I am really starting to wonder why do they even have this little thing here. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would this be here? The only thing I can think of is that they have the table here, and so did they just put this in here just because how people are sitting in it or something? I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense why this board is here. It doesn't make any sense. So I might just go and pull this out of here. And if this just goes directly down to the floor, well, I'm going to leave it out of here. Because it'll give me more storage space. So from what I can tell, there's a water line, just a water line that goes, I think that's a water line that goes over to my freshwater tank. Because why else would that be anything? My freshwater tank is here. So that's the only thing that's underneath this thing. And you know what? That's a lot of space just wasted away. I mean, I can understand that, you know, they don't want people to be hitting that water line with anything, so, but, I mean, the water line is like, you know, about this thick, and we got like, I'd say a good 4 inches of just empty space, just just sitting here, like, I mean, I'm just like, no, I definitely want more space. Um, the water line, I might just build like a little boxing to protect the water line, but that's all I'm gonna need. Nobody ever said it was gonna be easy, what? So, like, they use up all the space for I don't even know, like, this is a lot of space just being wasted away. And it doesn't need to be. I don't know what to do with this. But this doesn't need to come all the way out here. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna remove the carpet here. I don't understand half this. I really don't. But one thing I know for sure is that I don't need to go and do all this carpeting. I can just put the carpet in here. I might not even. I might not even put carpet in here. I mean, I'm gonna have to think about what I'm gonna do here. So, I have decided that what I'm gonna do for this area, I'm gonna leave this box alone, even though I believe that this box still takes up unnecessary space, but I don't feel like removing it. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna cut out some of that wood and basically drop it way down. Much further down. I'm gonna have to do a lot of work for that. So I'm not entirely sure what exactly I'm gonna do, but I can tell that this is all screwed together. So that's kind of taking up more space than I wanted to, but it's gonna be really difficult to remove this. So I think I'm gonna leave this in here, but I'm gonna tile this like I did with my bathroom, and get rid of more of this carpet as best I can, at least. But I'm gonna cut out that piece of wood and just make it a lot smaller, and I'm probably gonna go and attach it just way lower. This is like maybe half-inch space that I'm gonna need, and it's just to, like I said, to protect the water line and some of these wires, which it's always a good idea to go check up on this stuff anyway while you have it open. But I'm definitely gonna just use tiles to um, fill this area up. So this is not just this wall of wood. The reason why I'm gonna go with tiles is because it'll be a lot easier to work with. And then I'm just probably gonna make a transition here. I don't need a carpet here. I'm never gonna use this. I'm just gonna use this space for storage, and I mean that'll give me at least like a good 4 inches. Well, maybe 3.5 inches once I put that piece of wood in. But I mean that's a lot of stuff, a lot of area that you can utilize, and yeah, I still don't understand why they decided to go ahead and do it like this. But always a build not to live in, I guess. So I don't know. I just think that I can use the space a lot more. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. And this is why, it's always, if you're gonna be living in an RV or a trailer, camper, whatever, you can tell that this was just used when there was use for it, and I got it, and this is my home, so I'm gonna make it to be my home. And then, like, I find things like this, like, okay, I was like, I'm gonna have to replace the carpet in here because it's driving me nuts, and so I did. I whipped out this carpet. I got new carpet, and yeah, it's definitely gonna be well worth it to me anyway to go ahead and just make this be like something to where I can be happy with. And I mean, this extra space here, I mean, it still bugs me that this box is here. It doesn't need to be. There's not much underneath that. There's something under here, and I'm not really entirely sure what it is, but I can tell that they covered it up with duct tape and foil, and it's like, okay, well, and it goes all the way through my through that seat here too, so obviously that is something. I think that's my wheel well, but still it's taking up way too much space for it just being a wheel well. They could have made this a lot smaller, giving you more space in here, but I mean, let alone with me opening up that piece of wood and deciding to go ahead and drop it way low, it's going to give me a lot more space already, so I'm just going to be happy with that. And it's not like I really need this space too much. It's just going to be my storage. But I'm going to be busy doing that and try to figure out what I can actually do with this. Like I said, I'm going to move that carpet some more and do some more moving, cutting around and stuff like that. Anyway, so I decided that I'm gonna have to probably take this piece of wood off, which I don't know how much you guys can see, but this is like literally screwed on from the inside of this thing. So, and the screws don't come out very easily. I decided to go ahead and use a wedge wrench and a Phillips socket. Seems to be very useful for this. I hope. So we'll see how much I can do cost damage for that. Sometimes you gotta get a little rough. Now, I am not exactly sure what I'm going to do in this area here. There's still a good amount of carpet here. I would like to get it removed. But the propane lines are right here. So, like I said, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. One thing is for sure, I do not want to rupture these. I don't want to dent them. I don't want to scratch them. Nothing. These have got to be left alone. Like I said, I'm probably go ahead and try and just cut the most of the carpet I can cut out and just leave it like that. Because I'm not too concerned about the carpet being there. I just would like this to be gone, which I think I can just cut that out. So, I think I've got as much as I want to be removed. And there's still like a little bit left, but honestly I'm not worried about it. Get some of these stranglers off. But it really doesn't matter really. It's not I'm gonna put the tile here and just cut the tile here. I don't care that much, but so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of this carpet out and try and get these nails, screws out. I'm just gonna cut those off. Which I have a really useful tool for that. But I'm gonna get some of these staples out of here as best I can. I swear they really like the staples. There's plenty of them, that's for sure. But some of these I'm just gonna hammer them in because it's like whatever. Not worth enough for me to go and pull them all out. The ones that are really sticking out, I'll try to pull out, but yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna try to cut this out a little bit more, so it's at least somewhat nicer. This is a really sweet cutting tool, and you can use it for anything. You can use it as a sander. You can just about do anything you want with this. I mean, it's come in handy so many times, and it's like one day I walk in, I don't know, whatever hardware store it was, and I'm like looking around for saws and stuff like that because I'm gonna need stuff to, build with. Anyway, so I found this and I'm like, this is really nifty. It'll come probably in handy a lot, and yeah, I'm glad I bought it. It's very useful. I'm gonna use this to cut these screws. Not to mention it's really loud. I should be wearing some kind of earplugs or something, but I don't have any right now, so I'm just doing it. Oh, I might just leave that in there. Man. Alright. And now I got all these screws to do on this side. So I got 1, 2. I don't care about that one. I'll be covered up. Anyway, so 3 more. Probably wondering, like, why do I even bother cut these screws off and I can just go ahead and screw that, right? Well, I'm doing that because I don't have, this is my water tank, and I don't really have much of any space get in there unless I take that water tank out, which I should probably do that, but at the same time it's like, really, do I want to go through all that? Maybe I should. I want to go ahead and, extend my day here. It would be easier. Because the whole point of what I'm doing is trying to get more space in here. I mean, this is only like, I don't know, 3/8. A quarter of an inch. But that's still a quarter of an inch. Boy, I gotta do this. My poor knees. No, that doesn't leak anymore. It doesn't leak now. I got my water tank taken out of here, and I noticed that I had done some previous work on the water tank because it was leaking from the fitting that hooks up to the RV plumbing. And well, glad to see that I got the leak fixed, because it wasn't leaking. It was nice and dry down there, which was good. But I still had some water in there, and well, it's probably a good idea to toss that. So I just said I tossed it out of my door. At least the water that was left in that tank. There's really no need to keep that water. It's probably not good. Anyway, so while I get this all torn up and open now, I might as well go ahead and clean it out. It's always good to have a clean RV, no matter what you're doing. Whatever you're working on, you clean it and then you put it back together. So, that's all nice and clean now. As much as possible, anyway. And yeah, I know, it's right over there. That's because when I was pulling the tank out, pulled the hose out, and there was still some water, which there's still some water left in here. So that's leaking on there. But I'm gonna wait to dry it up and then take care of that. And meanwhile, I had my vacuum cleaner on here. I noticed that it went and dug a little groove into my water line. I'm sure it'll be okay, but yeah, watch out for those things, because that will happen. So, anyway. Alright, so I always went ahead and put these screws out here, so get this thing out. And now I'm just finishing up a piece of wood that's in here to hold the tank in place. And now I don't know what I did with my screwdriver. Oh. Alright. So now I got all that back together. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish putting the tank back in and calling it good. Now that I have basically gone and redone this tank again, I like to go ahead and actually get it all set up and put some water in it just so I can be sure that I don't have any leaks anywhere. That's the last thing I need. Okay, so yeah. As I was saying, this is all old water from the floor, and this seems like it's all dry down here. I don't feel any fresh water anywhere. It is hard to feel, but I can't feel anything. Yeah, that's the area I'm concerned about. That over there, that's where you see the dog spiders. It's all from the old water before. I think my tank is actually getting pretty full, so I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. I don't know how much of what I was talking about I got on my phone because it told me my storage is full. Need to work on that. Anyway, what I was saying is that anytime that you're gonna go and do any kind of work with your water lines, but you know, it's something you may not use, like for example your portable fresh water tank. I say that because you guys saw, I took the tank out and I had to undo the fitting. I had to, well, not the fitting itself, but I had to undo the tube from the fitting and, you know, get the hose for the inlet water out and the overfill hose and everything. And well, I could have just said, okay, you know what, I got it back in and I'm good. But you know, with you wiggling around the hoses, especially when, you know, it's on the pump, um, you always should want to test. Fill up your tank. Well, you don't have to fill it up all the way. Although I think my tank is full. Like I said, I don't. My thing doesn't tell me what my water level is in my tank. I don't know if it's because the sensor is not working right or the electrical is not working right, but it's just never ever has told me. So what I'm saying is that no matter what, if you're gonna mess with the water lines, doesn't matter what kind of water lines, always run a test. Make sure that down the line, you know, you can use it. And well, now I have water in my tank, and you know, I'm gonna eventually put this back together. It may or may not start leaking, you know, and you don't want it to leak ever. Especially with it being all wood, it's not a good thing if it's leaking, and you're gonna get rotten wood and all that. Like if this was like I filled it up and ran it, and I don't see any leaks, so that's good. Now if it was leaking, I would be like, okay, I gotta go fix the leak, because that I know. Okay, well obviously I have a leak, and it's not gonna do me well if I ever do need it. Like, okay, now I need it, and it better work, and I don't want to have to sit down and question it. Like, is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? I like to know it's gonna work. It's gonna work. It's not gonna leak. It's gonna work. So I know it's not leaking, and I'm 98% positive that it's gonna be fine. Although I should probably go ahead and use the water while I can, but who knows? I'm confident it's not gonna leak, so that's a major plus. Like I said, if it was leaking, I would be like, okay, I need to take care of that. But this way I know, is it gonna leak? Is it not? It's not leaking, so I'm good. Anyway, like I was saying, it's not leaking. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back up. Back down, I mean. I guess I should turn it the right way. Alright. This wall really bugs me. I gotta clean that. It's unbelievable how much dust there really is. I mean, I know there's carpet, but there's a lot of dust. If you think about it, it's like the stuff you breathe in every day. I mean, this wood has been preserved for the past 30 years. No light has touched this wood. No dust, obviously. And of course you can see that this is old water damage. It might also be like somebody went to what's it called? Use wet carpet cleaner or something like that to trying to rewipe this carpet, I suppose. And this has just been covered up with the carpet and the foam. So it's absolutely amazing what kind of damage that that is, this has been preserved, and this, well, it was just a carpet, like, I guess it's dust and whatever else. It's just, wow. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the best I can to get these little bits of pieces of staples and nails and whatever else out. I might hammer them in all the way, I don't know. But if I'm going to put tiles in here, that's something I'm going to have to do. So now comes the time to build that little box I was talking about. I've got the line to where I want to cut this board because I'm going to use this board to cover that area, but I don't want it to go extending out all the way where it used to be at. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and hopefully not make a big old mess, which probably will. Basically, I wanted to remove these because my jigsaw is going to run along and it's going to hit that and floor it off a bit. I had bought a bunch of these angle pieces, angle brackets. I'm not really knowing like what for, but I might have to use for them now. So I know that my camera's batteries are about to die again, but and once I die, I'm done with the video. I'll try to see what I can do about the after effect. But basically, what I got in mind is I'm going to use my 2.5-inch brackets here. Put one on this side, one on this side, and one over on that side. And that's going to support any weight that I'm going to put on this board. It's going to be kind of interesting trying to get back there, but whatever. I'll manage somehow. I mean, I got 2.5 inch. I think I can get my fist in there. And yeah, so basically I'm going to be supporting it like that. And, one on this side, one on the wall, and probably one on this wall here. And that should do it. Use this whole piece again and cut this probably down to 2.5 inch plus whatever this is to cover it. And I'm gonna probably just go ahead and I don't know, nail it. Maybe I'll use the other bracket to go ahead and yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna cut this probably in half, and then yeah, do that. So, anyways, just gonna go ahead and stop the video for now. Okay, so just to give an update. Got these attached now, and as you can tell, I got these screws put in from the side, not straight through, because if I did that, they more than likely would have reached the surface, and they didn't because I went in and angled them on the side so they wouldn't go through the surface, just because I don't want anything to be poking out. And since I don't really care, I'm not gonna see how this looks underneath when I'm all done. So I basically just went ahead and shoved them in as well. I pre-drilled it, but I went and angled them to basically just get them into the side as much as possible, and they're doing a job. They're not going to go anywhere. So, and I'm going to clean this up a little bit more because I made a mess of course. And I'm going to go ahead and attach this. I'm should be able to get at least some of the screws. Like, I think on this side I can only put in one screw. That's probably all I'm going to be able to attempt to do. But yeah, these two are going to be really holding it pretty much tight to this. As long as I get one screw in here, should be fine. Because it's not like I'm going to be putting that much weight on it. And it's going to be, it's going to be just like attached to a wall. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to have to like hold everything together. It's just to make sure it's not going to go moving back and forth or move at all. So anyway, that's it for this section. Okay, so I have gotten this box finished. It basically, like I said, it's the 3 of these, and I got them one right here, one wired about here, and one wired about here, and I mean, this is pretty sturdy. I mean, I wouldn't like go as much as like jumping on this and standing on this and why would you ever do that anyway? It's normally a bed here or a table, but definitely well enough to go and support. Um, I mean, there's like a little bit of give and take, but I'm just gonna be putting like, you know, storage stuff in here, like probably my suitcase, and well, I tend to keep sodas over here, and maybe I can put my shoes over in here. But yeah, I mean, I took that piece that was up front here, and just basically put that right up in here, right up against this. I cut it in half, best I could. It's not perfect, but again, it's not gonna be seen that well. Plus, I might actually have enough to of that metal angle piece that I'm gonna put up on. I might have enough to actually put it over here if I'm gonna want to do that. I don't even know. I mean, I might do it just so I can protect the linoleum or tile. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it's fine. It really is. Oh yeah, so I just basically nailed this onto here, and it's perfectly fine. I mean, I can put my whole weight on it. Well, not my entire weight. I wouldn't want to go put my entire weight on here, but I mean, for what this purpose is gonna be, it'll be more than enough for me. So I'm happy with it, and it's not gonna go anywhere. It'll hold whatever I'm gonna put on it. What I'm gonna do now is basically, these are the towels I bought for the bathroom. I still have a whole bunch of these. Hope I got enough covering up in here. I should. So I'm gonna, you know, put probably 2 of them in here, possibly a little bit more, depending. And yeah, should be fine. These are self-sticky kind, but from my experience with the bathroom, I did get this adhesive. I'm going to put some of this on the wood here just so I can make sure that it's going to stay on there. I mean, it's staying in the bathroom as well just by using this. But a little bit of that is not going to hurt. Plus, you know, this is more going to be used like I'm going to be sliding things in and out of here, so that it's different when you got like weight on to it, which is constantly gonna be like pressing down on it. This is gonna be like more like shifting back and forth. So I definitely want this to be like on it. So I'm gonna put some of this stuff on just to make sure. I mean, this is high strength. Variables with lace way patterns. So I guess I can vary the turn that, I guess. Oh, and it's heat resistant. Well, I guess that's a good thing. Not that it ever is really gonna get hot there. I would be more worried about it in the bathroom. But yeah, I'm gonna put some of the stuff on and then like put this all over, which is kind of annoying job, and anybody having done this before, they know what I'm talking about. I have to probably do a good amount of cutting, especially when it comes to like here and there. But once I'm done, it'll look really nice. At least I think. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have these holes over here and over there open, but I don't care. not really much about it, because, like, well, it's there. It's gonna be there. I don't really use this area for very much, so I don't really pay attention to it much. Okay, well, alright, this is the finished end product. Finally. Took me about 2 hours. I'm a little tired. Anyway, so this is all layered, well, as best as I can. I end up having to use my angle bracket that I was going to use for the front over here because, well, I got thinking, I'm like, well, this is might get a lot of movement and it's coming up, and even though I used glue, it's still coming up. It's driving me nuts. I'm gonna have to like put weight on it, and hopefully when the glue dries it's gonna be much more on it. So I'm gonna have to probably figure out something for this. Anyway, I do think though it looks a lot better. I like how this is much further back. I can put the carpet and well, tile transition right here. I do have a lot of that, so I can do that. And yeah, it's not sticking very well over on this side, unfortunately, because there's those nuts that hold the frame all together. They're like right here, and so it's a little bumpy right here, but there's nothing I can really do about it right now. But this is fine. I mean, over time, it should be fine. Anyway, I'm not gonna be using this area very much anyway, so I'm probably just gonna set something here and it'll work itself in, hopefully. But I do really like this a hell of a lot more. If I ever decide to keep this as a dinette area, I'm gonna be a lot happier with it than what it was before with the old carpet that was just disgusting. I mean, I know I still have some of this carpet poking out of here, but like I said, it's not an area that's used very much. Now, if this was like out here, which, well, this is a disaster now, but I definitely would like work on this a lot more, trying to get rid of this. But like I said, it's not an area that I'm going to use a hell of a lot. This is mostly going to be my storage anyway. So, but I really, 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 really do like this a lot more. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for now.